Did Diddy really destroy Quincy's career because of Kim Porter? According to new reports, Diddy's oldest son Quincy believes Diddy blackballed him from the industry because of his failed relationship to his mother, Kim Porter. According to Quincy, Diddy has been working overtime to sabotage his career because he doesn't want any of his children to become bigger than he is. Quincy also accused Diddy of ruining his record deal with 20th Century Fox and getting him thrown off the show Empire. What makes this even sketchier is that Quincy isn't even actually Diddy's biological son, which makes people believe that Diddy did all this intentionally to ruin Quincy's chances of making it in Hollywood. Apparently, Diddy has been pulling some major strings to destroy Quincy's career because he's not his actual biological son. In fact, Quincy is the child of one of Diddy's biggest enemies, I'll be sure, and Quincy was just 3 years old when Kim and Diddy started dating. However, Diddy refused to officially adopt him till he was a teenager. But what really had people giving Diddy the side eye and accusing Diddy of sabotaging Quincy's career is when he banned Quincy from starring in season 2 of the hit show Empire. So according to page 6, the producer of the show, Lee Daniels, wanted Quincy to star in the show, but this deal went down the drain when Diddy got involved. Apparently, the network that owned the TV show, 20th Century Fox, wanted Quincy to sign over just a little portion of his music rights in relation to the show. Now, mind you, this was a very common deal that most of the actors in the show who also sang had to sign. So basically in this case, whenever the song those actors make for the show is put on streaming platforms, the royalties would be split between them and Fox. However, Diddy hit the roof when he learned that Quincy would have to sign over a portion of his music rights in relation to the show to Fox. A source who spoke to page 6 said Diddy kicked up a huge stink and called all the top brass at 20th Century Fox TV to get them to change their rules over music rights, but he didn't get his way. He said there was no way his son was signing over his intellectual property, so he got him banned from the show. And see, this is where things get even messier because Quincy had no problem signing over a portion of his music rights to be on the show. After all, it was just a portion of the rights for the songs that he did on the show, not like it was his entire discography. But Diddy also made that call to Fox without Quincy's permission, and he pissed all the big guys at Fox off and pretty much got Quincy thrown out of the show. And Quincy didn't know what to do because he didn't want to do anything that would piss Diddy off, but at the same time, he really wanted to star in that show. It would have boosted his career tremendously. Now, when all this came out, a lot of people thought Diddy was just trying to protect Quincy from a bad record deal, but some people saw right through the BS and called him out for intentionally sabotaging Quincy's career. People speculated that he probably didn't want Quincy to flourish because of Kim Porter. People felt like he was taking his frustrations out on Quincy because of his failed relationship to Kim. Now, y'all already know that Kim and Diddy had a very toxic relationship. He was physically violent with her a bunch of times, and there was even reports that she was still in love with Quincy's biological dad, I'll be sure, while she was with Diddy. But get this, Quincy isn't the only child to get sabotaged because Diddy has been accused of not using his connections to help his son Christian Combs to make it in the industry. I mean, Christian has the look and a good number of decent songs to his name, but we've barely seen Diddy put in any effort to help elevate his career. I mean, if he really wanted to help Christian, he would have done it years ago. He was able to get his little side chick, Young Miami, a whole talk show and used his connections to help her win Best Hip Hop Platform 2 years in a row, but he refuses to do even half of that with his own kids. And the few times where he does, it's not even in the favor of his children. For example, his son Justin Combs also exposed Diddy for forcing him to enroll in UCLA even after he got an admission to Harvard. Diddy convinced Justin to abandon Harvard and go to UCLA because he wanted Justin to still be close to him. And this was actually exposed by Justin's coach, who went on an explosive rant to expose Diddy after Diddy physically spoke to the assistant coach. Rick revealed that the reason why he even accepted Justin into UCLA's football team was because Diddy was pulling strings behind the scenes to be sure that Justin got a spot at the school after convincing him to ditch Harvard. The fact that his father was an influential guy played into my decision to go ahead and offer him. So not only did Diddy convince his son not to go to Harvard, but he pretty much opened the gates for him to be put on blast for being a nepo baby. Big yikes. But I mean, if I'm being honest, I'm not surprised that Diddy did this because he has a very long history of ruining people's careers. He's been accused over the years of fumbling the careers of the artists who were signed to his label and stealing all their money. One of those artists is Mace, who had been on Diddy's neck for years now about ruining his career. Mace had multiple platinum songs and even wrote some songs for Diddy, but his career quickly tanked after signing a Diddy. In fact, Mace put Diddy on blast back in 2020 for only paying him $20K for his time at Bad Boy Records. Mace said he offered Diddy over $2 million to buy back his publishing rights, and that Diddy only paid him $20K for them. But Diddy refused when he told him he would only sell it back to him if he was able to match the offer of a certain European investor. Otherwise, Mace would have to wait for 8 years for his contract with Bad Boy to end before he could get his rights back. Can y'all believe this? And Diddy was also exposed by Biggie Smalls' mother, who revealed in her memoir that Diddy only paid Biggie $25K when he signed to Bad Boy Records. As if that's not bad enough, there's also been rumors that Diddy allegedly was involved in Biggie's death. And let's not forget about how he completely took over Cassie's career and then burned it to the ground. He trapped her in a 10-album deal at the age of 19 and only allowed her to release one album so he could always have control over her. He's also been accused of ruining the careers of many artists like Faith Evans, Danity Kane, and The Lox. I mean, the list goes on and on. The man is really evil, y'all. So at this point, I'm not even surprised that he did the same thing to his only kids. Diddy's never been the type to put other people first, and it looks like he also has no problem ruining the career of his kids as long as he continues to be the most successful person in the family. One person said, he was jealous that Quincy had the looks and the height to be an actor, something he never had the ability to do. He gives all his kids allowance and funds their lifestyle to his standards. He's a power-hungry parent, and he wants to have all power over his offspring. If they upset him, they lose their lavish lifestyles. Another person said, I absolutely believe every word is true in regards to stifling his kids' careers. I hope now that they are learning more about the monster that their dad is, that they can do things accordingly and get an attorney that can help them separate themselves from him professionally. But now I want to know your thoughts. What do y'all think about Quincy exposing Diddy for sabotaging his career? And do y'all think Diddy did this because of his hatred for Kim and Al B. Sure? Or is this just one of his narcissistic tendencies? Be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And don't forget to click here to watch my other very messy video.